do the same thing to you, so why not do it to them? Why show them compassion when they ain't gonna show your folk no compassion?
What it look like? It's your girl Fendi. And as you all know, I am the missus. Well, I decided that I'm gonna do my own segment for y'all, from my neck of the woods, since I am from Alabama. It'd be a lot that go on down here. So I figure I'm gonna bless y'all with a couple of stories, not glorifying none of this shit. It's just information. But today I'm gonna touch bases on a dude named Damien Mcdaniel, 22 years old from Fairfield, Alabama, but he resides in Birmingham, aka Murder Him. So let's get into it. Now, there was a big story about a mass shooting that took place in Birmingham where 4 people were killed and 17 people were injured. And, they was trying to find like who did it or whatever. So Damien ended up like being arrested for the crime. But before that took place, it was some other stuff that went on too. So I'm gonna start in order for y'all how it all went down. On September 19th, 2024, at 604 Bar and Lounge on 9th Street in Birmingham, there was a girl named Deatrinette Brown who was at the club that night. And she was shot and killed, and they couldn't figure out who did it. It was around like 8:50 p.m. and the call came in like that basically somebody had came into the club and shot her. And when the police got there, she was lying on the floor. She was already dead. You know what I'm saying? I think she only got shot like one time, but yeah, pretty much she ended up succumbing to that wound. And they couldn't figure out like who did it or whatever, but they ended up charging Damien with the crime. So like I said, that was on September 19th. They ended up putting out like a $5,000 reward for any tips that could lead to his arrest. So that was the first incident. Now the second incident is the mass shooting. So yes, allegedly after he committed the mass shooting, he went on to commit a couple of days later another murder. So the second incident occurred only days later, you feel me? Because that was on the 19th. This happened on the 21st. Now with this incident, it took place on a Saturday, September 21st, 2024. It was about 11 p.m. and somebody ended up like pulling up outside the club Hush Lounge. And that area right there, like, it's always something like going down, so you really got to be careful. Like a lot of places in Birmingham, like if you not from there, like you don't just go to a lot of them places down there. You really got to know somebody, and then if you do still know somebody, like you can get caught up in the crossfire. But anyway, so it was around like 11 p.m. So allegedly Damien pulled up. I'm not sure what kind of gun he had, but if I had to guess, I would say it had to be a switch, you feel me? Because he hit so many people in such a fast amount of time, you feel me? Now what people are saying is that he had went with a target intended, like it was like a murder for hire type shit, you feel me? And now I'm not sure who the intended target even was, or if he even hit him, you feel me? I don't even know. But a total of 21 people were injured, and 4 of them succumbed to their wounds, some of them at the scene, some of them at the hospital. The first lady who passed away was Anitra Holloman. She was 21 from Bessemer, which is also like a very dangerous place. So, like I said, from that area, that's not a place you really want to go to. Taj Booker, he's 27, he's from Birmingham. He was the second person to succumb to his wounds. And then the next person was Carlos McCain. He was 27 from Birmingham. And then Roderick Patterson Jr., he was 26, also from Birmingham. So these people were standing outside the nightclub around the entrance area when allegedly Damien spotted his intended target and he just opened fire. And the other 17 people who were hit, they were all treated for their injuries, but they ended up making it, thankfully. But this guy right here, he had been interviewed on a show called Taboo, where he made this statement.
Do the same thing to you, so why not do it to them? Why show them compassion when they ain't gonna show your folks no compassion?
Basically, saying he ain't sparing shit.
Hey, for what? They ain't gonna spare me.
Gonna put it like
yeah,
that.
wait. When if they son end up dead and they come to court, they ain't gonna spare me in the courtroom.
Hey, I know
they gonna want my ass though.
Nah.
Now, police, they had no insight of what happened, who did it, or whatever. So initially, they put out a $5,000 reward, to see like if they could find who did it or whatever. And nobody came forward. So then they upped it to $25,000. So they started getting some tips, but they still couldn't figure out like who did it. So they upped it again to $100K. You feel me? Trying to find who had did this, but eventually they did end up arresting Damien Mcdaniel. Now supposedly the next incident that he's being accused of, he did the very next day, allegedly. This happened on the 700 block of 81st Place South, again in Birmingham. This was Damien Mcdaniel, but this time he had 3 accomplices, allegedly. There was DeMarco Beck, 29 years old, he from Birmingham. Naquan Lawler, 22 from Birmingham. And Larry Rollins, 31 from Forestdale. You know what I'm saying? Like all these areas surround Birmingham or whatever, like Fairfield and Forestdale do. So with this incident, this was around like 9:20 p.m. When like a shot spotter alert came out. You know what I'm saying? Went across the airwaves or whatever. Okay, so with this incident, which occurred around like 9:20 p.m., there was a man named Jamarcus McIntyre. He's from Birmingham too, 32 years old. Basically, somebody had approached him while he was coming down the sidewalk, and they lit him up, you know what I'm saying, because they carried him switches. So this happened pretty fast, you know what I'm saying. Basically, like when the police got there, he had already succumbed to his wounds, you know what I'm saying. They had killed him on the spot. He was found lying on the sidewalk. And now with this incident, there was a female that was found lying in her front yard, you know what I'm saying. She had been shot too. Like, I guess she had got like caught in a crossfire, which is understandable when you using them switches or whatever. The female, she was taken to UAB hospital and she was treated. She ended up surviving or whatever. But they took the dude to St. Vincent's, and he was out. Like I said, he had passed at the scene. Now with this incident, they did offer a $5,000 reward to figure out like who had did it. They offer these rewards because like so many of the murders go unsolved in Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? They have to get these rewards. But hopefully you guys did enjoy listening to the first episode of Crimson Streets about Damien Mcdaniel. I have plenty more stories to come, so just check back in with me and see what's up next. I'll holler at y'all later.